In today's English lesson, we're going to learn some health vocabulary words and phrases that are at the beginner, maybe intermediate level. So call a friend and let them know that Jay has some breaking news. Well, hello, all of my students. I hope you're having a fantastic day. My name is Jay. Welcome back to the channel where I have the opportunity to help you improve your English comprehension, vocabulary, and fluency. I am going to read through an article today at a moderate pace and explain key vocabulary words and phrases. Make sure you're paying attention. As always, I'm going to quiz your comprehension and your memory with 6 quiz questions, and I'll have the answers for you at the end. Now, for those who may be channel members, I will have a PDF available for you this week for this lesson. I provide one thorough PDF each week. Sometimes, or more often than other times, I do at least 2, but that will be available for you later in the week in the member section here on the YouTube channel. Well, with that being said, I hope you're ready for some learning and some laughter. Let's dive into today's lesson. According to ABC News, a 5th person died or dies as Legionnaires Disease Outbreak continues in New York City. So we'll learn today what Legionnaires disease is in today's lesson. All right. Also, we see outbreak. An outbreak is when something happens. It starts small and then it grows to a very large radius, an outbreak. So 10 people may be sick, but then when there's an outbreak, now you have 500 people sick. Okay, outbreak. Okay, let's continue with today's lesson. Health officials in New York City confirmed. Okay, confirm. Now, when you confirm something, you say that it is true because you have evidence. You confirm. Say that with me, confirm. Okay. Health officials in New York City confirmed that a 3rd person has died during an outbreak. There's our word, outbreak. Okay. Outbreak of Legionnaires' disease on Manhattan's Upper East Side. Outbreak. So I explained that one a little bit earlier, okay? Legionnaires' disease. All right, Legionnaires' disease is actually a respiratory disease. It's a form of pneumonia, and it is very, very serious, okay? So let's find out what happened. More than 70 people have become ill as investigators continue searching for the exact source of the bacteria. Okay, now ill is a very beginner word. It's a word that is synonymous with sick. So you could say a person becomes ill or a person becomes sick. Investigators, these are people that look to solve a problem, or possibly someone who is trying to find why something is happening, an investigator. Officials believe the outbreak is linked to contaminated cooling towers in large buildings. Okay, this is an intermediate word, contaminated. So when something is contaminated, it is how can I say this? When something is contaminated, let's just say germs or bacteria is transferred from one place to another. Okay, so for instance, if I have a spoon and I use the spoon to eat oatmeal or cereal, but then I take the same spoon that I've been eating with and I dip it in a peanut butter jar. And then I take a spoonful of peanut butter and I eat it from the same spoon. I have contaminated the peanut butter because I didn't clean the spoon. So I took germs from the spoon and put them in the peanut butter jar. And now I have put germs inside of the peanut butter jar from my spoon. Okay, contaminated. Oh, so that's how they think the outbreak has started. Contamination. Crews have already begun remediation. Okay, that's an advanced word. Say that with me. Remediation efforts by cleaning and disinfecting the towers to prevent additional infections. Okay, remediation. Again, say that with me. Remediation. Remediation. Okay, I would consider this to be an advanced word. Remediation is the process of correcting or fixing a problem. Okay, so a basic way or beginner way to use this word is just say solve a problem, fix a problem, a remedy. But remediation is an advanced word, okay? So you might say the company began remediation after finding contaminated water, okay? So there may be damage to the highway and the local city government starts repairing the highway, or they have begun remediation efforts. Okay, so it's the process of solving a problem. Okay, disinfecting. These are some very intermediate and advanced words today. Disinfect, that's to stop bacteria or infection. Okay, we have something called Lysol. It disinfects. So if a surface is dirty, you can spray disinfection cleaner on it or disinfecting cleaner on it, and it will clean the surface. Okay. Residents have been told that tap water remains safe to drink. Tap water, that is how we describe water that comes from the faucet or a water hose. Okay, tap water. Legionnaires disease is a severe form of pneumonia caused by inhaling tiny water droplets containing Legionella bacteria. Okay, so there's our formal definition. I spoke of it earlier. It's a form of pneumonia. Okay, it is transmittable through contaminated mist, but is generally not spread from one person to another. Okay, transmittable. Okay, hold on, guys and girls. These are some advanced words today. Transmittable, capable of passing from one source to another. Transmittable. So you might say some diseases are highly transmittable. So if I have a cold and I sneeze in my hand, achoo, and then I shake your hand, I have transmitted my cold to you. What I was battling with, the cold, is transmittable. That's why when some people get the flu or pneumonia, they stay away from other people because they don't want to pass the sickness from them to another person. Transmittable. Say that with me. Transmittable. One more time, transmittable. Okay, let's continue. Actually, I think I want to give you my first quiz question for today. Okay, let's look at our three options that we have here. Surveillance, that's going to be our next word. Remediation and transmittable. Okay, let's use the comment section for our answers. Number one, the city began blank after discovering contaminated water. Number two, the virus was highly blank among unvaccinated people. Okay. And number three, security cameras provided constant blank of the building. So let's see if you can get these correct. Remediation, transmittable, and surveillance. Okay. All right. Let's dive back into the second part of today's lesson. Older adults, smokers, and people with weakened immune systems face the highest risk of serious illness. Okay. Weakened immune system. So your immune system is what helps keep you healthy in your body, immune system. Health officials continue surveillance throughout the affected neighborhoods while laboratories perform additional diagnostic testing. So these are two great vocabulary words. Surveillance, okay? Close observation or monitoring. So when I surveil, I am watching. When I provide surveillance, it's the same thing, just a different tense. Close observation or monitoring. Police increased surveillance around the airport, okay? The next word we have is diagnostic. Diagnostic. Ready? Say that. Diagnostic. Diagnostic. It's used to identify a disease or problem. So you might say doctors ordered diagnostic tests before treatment. Okay, so diagnostic can be used when you're talking about a person or a thing. So a person can have diagnostic test. Your car can have a diagnostic test. If your car was making a noise and you did not know why it was making a noise, you would take it to a mechanic and he would do a diagnostic test, trying to determine why your car is making the sound. Okay. Anyone who develops symptoms such as fever, cough, or shortness of breath is encouraged to seek medical care immediately. Authorities say they remain vigilant as the investigation continues. So when a person is vigilant, they are watchful and alert to danger. Vigilant, okay? Drivers should remain vigilant during heavy rain. So when you are diligent, you're paying attention. You are alert. You are very watchful. One phrase that we use to describe someone being vigilant, we say, you have your head on a swivel. You're paying attention. You're looking around to see what's going on. You are aware of your surroundings, okay? You are being vigilant, okay? Although the number of new cases appears to be slowing, officials want to ensure the outbreak has been completely contained before declaring it over. Okay, so when you ensure, you are making sure something is done. All right, You are confirming, as we use that word earlier. I just want to be sure. I want to be confident of something. I am ensuring that this is over with. Okay, so I'm trying to be confident of something. All right. Contained. Contained is our last word on our list today. Contained. Since when you successfully controlled, have something controlled so it does not spread. Contained. All right. You have it under control. Officials said the fire was finally contained. All right. So you have something trapped, enclosed, or bottom line, it is under complete control. And so that's what they're trying to do with Legionnaires' disease. Make sure that it is contained so no one else becomes sick. And when something can be spread through the air, wow, that's something to be serious. So hopefully they get this, as we would say, under wraps. Okay. Okay, let's read through today's article at a faster pace. And this is to help strengthen your listening skills, also your reading skills, but most importantly, your comprehension skills. So I try to hit 3 things at one time. Okay. Okay, let's dive back in, and then I will give you the last 3 quiz questions for today. Health officials in New York City confirmed that a 3rd person has died during an outbreak of Legionnaires' disease on Manhattan's Upper East Side. More than 70 people have become ill as investigators continue searching for the exact source of the bacteria. Officials believe the outbreak is linked to contaminated cooling towers on large buildings. Crews have already begun remediation efforts by cleaning and disinfecting the towers to prevent additional infections. Residents have been told that tap water remains safe to drink. Legionnaires' disease is a severe form of pneumonia caused by inhaling tiny water droplets containing Legionella bacteria. It is transmittable through contaminated mist, but is generally not spread from one person to another. Older adults, smokers, and people with weakened immune systems face the highest risk of serious illness. Health officials continue surveillance throughout the affected neighborhoods while laboratories perform additional diagnostic testing. Anyone who develops symptoms such as fever, cough, or shortness of breath is encouraged to seek medical care immediately. Authorities say they remain vigilant as the investigation continues. Although the number of new cases appears to be slowing, officials want to ensure the outbreak has been completely contained before declaring it over. All righty then. Oh, wow. Another great lesson. I have taught you at least 12 new words. Okay. But let's look at the primary vocabulary words I have in my quiz. I have 3 for you to choose from. Okay. So let's look at what we have to offer today. Contaminated, vigilant, and diagnostic. Let's see if you have learned the meaning of these and can complete these sentences. The doctor requested blank test before making a diagnosis. Okay. Number 2, parents remain blank when children are swimming. Number 3, firefighters worked until the wildfire was completely blank. So let's see if you can get these right. Vigilant, contained, and diagnostic. So these have been a little bit difficult for the beginner English learner, but I've giving you other words that you can most definitely practice and begin using, okay? So I will give you the answers. Let me share my strategy for improving your English is simply taking at least 2 or more words that I have taught you today and practice using them in sentences or conversations within the next week. Make sure you go back and watch today's lesson at least twice, once with the subtitles on and once with the subtitles off, okay? Also, if you have enjoyed today's lesson, make sure you share it with a friend, whether that's on WhatsApp, whether that's by text. It would really help me to help others improve their English. And you can show your support by hitting the hype button at least once a week, I believe. That will suffice and help my video reach other English learners that may appreciate my style of teaching. Okay, here is today's answer list. Make sure you do not cheat. I say that every lesson. Okay. Thank you so much, guys and girls, for hanging out with me. Make sure you check out my other channel. I am doing a series or building a playlist of different English expressions, phrases, and idioms that you need to learn. And that's on my channel, Parlay with Jay. So make sure you check that out. The link is down below. Okay. With that being said, guys and girls, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Make sure you get some rest so you can join me on my next English lesson. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.